Hey everyone, it's Kelly here from Business 411, and I'm super excited to announce our newest manual, Solar Everything You Need to Know. This is a great training tool, whether you're already in the solar industry and you're hiring more people for your team and want to get them up to speed faster, or if you're a roofing company looking to add solar as a new service and you want to transition your team to be able to do both roofing and solar, this is going to be the manual for you. So let me show you around a little bit. Just to kind of tell you what everything's covered in here, I have the table of contents up. So the beginning part, we talk about the intro to the industry. So this is going to be great to just get a little bit of background on this exciting industry that's just been growing so much. We talk about the history of solar, some of the reasons for its growth and expansion over the last couple of years. Then we get into solar basics. So this is really great for having a fantastic foundation on solar. How does solar work? What is solar energy? What's some of the terminology that the homeowner and yourself as a sales professional might be hearing and need to understand? The types of solar energy that are out there, parts of the solar system, panels, and more. Then we get into solar benefits. That is going to be the section that is great for helping you put together your pitch and conversation with homeowners on why solar is such a no-brainer extension of their home system. And we talk about how they can save money, make money, how easy it is, the different incentives that are out there, and of course, how important energy independence is. Then we get into solar systems. This kind of teaches you a little bit on the different type of systems that are out there and what is going to be the best fit for what the homeowner's goals are. Then we get into solar services. Solar is a lot more than just the consultation and the initial install. There can be solar repairs, installation, maintenance, things like that are really important to know about and know how to execute. So we get into a lot of details on that. And then my personal favorite area is the solar sales process. So this is a great section where if you have an existing sales process, this is just going to supplement it. We get into some of the basics on canvassing, pre-qualifying, the consultation, and then crafting a pitch that's going to really work for them and crafting that conversation to have with homeowners to really let them know how great of a process and investment solar can be. Then these first couple pages we have here are the introduction to the industry, how to use the manual. And then here we have the history of solar, just giving them a little bit of background on how solar has grown, some of the reason for solar growth, one of them being the declining cost of a solar system and how it's more affordable and can be a great option for homeowners. We have some great statistics on that growth too that they can keep in their back pocket as some statistics to use with homeowners. Then we have worksheets. Like all of our manuals, we always love to incorporate worksheets that they can fill out while they're going through this training with you. And this allows them to personalize this more general training to your company's process. Then we get into solar basics. So what is solar energy? How does solar really work? This kind of breaks it down in a way that's going to be easy for them to communicate with homeowners. Then we have the glossary with tons of terms that are going to come up on the solar design and things like that to be able to explain to the homeowner. This is a great page as well, the kilowatt hour usage. So when designing the solar system, one of the most important parts is making sure it's generating enough energy for their home. So this helps you with kind of explaining to the homeowner, if you have, this, and this in your home, you're going to be probably generating about this much and you're looking at this bigger system. So just ways to break down the conversations that are more simple for homeowners. Then we have types of solar energy, parts of a solar system. I love this graphic. All the graphics in here are team made to help better educate sales professionals on these systems and people getting into the industry on it. So this breaks down a lot of those major components of the system, parts of a solar panel, some of the major types of solar panels that are out there we have listed here, including integrated panels, which are a lot of like those really cool newer systems that are coming out that are more seamless on the roof. Then again, we have more worksheets to fill out so they can really personalize this training to your company. Solar benefits. So this whole section is just about how does solar benefit the consumer? And we break it down by how they can save money, how easy it is to get solar as a part of their roofing system, the difference between owning and renting a system, which is a good conversation to have with the homeowner based off their needs, how it can increase their home value, different government incentives of how can they get some tax write-offs and things like that from their system being installed. durability, environmentally friendly, energy independence. This could be a real cornerstone of your sales process, just kind of motivating them to go towards energy independence. And of course, worksheets again. Then solar systems. So we talk about some of the major ones here: grid tie systems for people that are interested in possibly getting reimbursements from the grid for their excess power, or we have off-grid systems, which work for some people that would rather prefer to store the energy, or a combination of both. Then we have solar services. So in here, we talk about consultations, solar inspections, and what to look for when you're doing an inspection of an existing system, solar maintenance steps, solar installation, replacement, and some FAQs behind solar repairs, because I'm sure that's a big question that a lot of them ask, is what if there's an issue with my system, et cetera, and how we're going to mediate that. Then more worksheets to help them narrow down what is more of the offerings you guys provide. And then we have solar sales process. So this is a really great interactive part of the manual where we write out some tips and some basics on those processes, how they work. And we also give them the ability to make a lot of notes in this section as well, where they can craft more of their pitch, everything like that. We have really great pre-qualifying questions so that they can tell right away if it's going to be a good fit for a solar system. Then we have some notes on the consultation, what we would like to learn from the property owner to recommend the best system for them. And then again, this area is really in depth about how they can perfect their pitch. If you have an existing pitch kind of system that works for them, this is just going to supplement that, where they're going to be able to write out more ways to personalize their pitch more, what cornerstones in solar to focus on, how to really focus on what is the big argument of what we do and how it works, what benefits that are more local to your area that they should take advantage of when it comes to solar. Then we have some sales tips when it comes to solar and how to overcome objections. That's a big one as well that we like to cover. And then just walking the homeowner through what's typically in the estimate, different payment options that they can consider for investing in their solar system, and how to prepare for the install. That's a great kind of ending point on the sales process as well. And again, we have all these great worksheets, so they're going to be able to really personalize this process to your company and how you prefer to do things. And that's it. That's our new solar manual. Thanks so much for taking the time to take a look at this with us. We're super excited about it. Also, like our other manuals, it comes branded to you. So anywhere that you just saw the Business 411 logo and our colors, that'll be swapped out with your logo and your colors. If you want to learn more, just check out the landing page for it and let us know if you have any questions. Thanks so much. Bye.